Hello ladies and gentlemen, and as you probably noticed, I've decided to create a top 10 most beautiful zones in World of Warcraft. Hope you guys enjoy it, and if you do, hit the like button and subscribe. Peace out. Number 10. DUSKWOOD, once a bastion of human activity with two sizable towns, now called Darkshire and Ravenhill, is now but a mere glimpse of its glorious past. Since the events of the Scythe of Elwynn, a blanket of darkness fell upon it. The Scythe not only cursed the land with an eternal shadow, but also transformed the once beautiful part of Elwynn Forest into a land covered in gnarled trees and inhabited by hideous undead and wild worgen. But in the middle of DUSKWOOD lies one of the great trees of Azeroth, and around it lie magical vegetation of druidic origin. Sheer horror and fear is what you feel while venturing for the first time on the dark and treacherous paths through the forests. Encountering a monster emerging from the shadows is nothing, for at any time you could become the monster in the shadow. That is the beauty of DUSKWOOD.
Number 9.
Stranglethorn Vale, a steamy rainforest just south of the nightmarish DUSKWOOD, blooms with life in every corner. The trolls used to consider it the heart of their empire, now split into different tribes all over Azeroth. Their ruined cities dot the map of Stranglethorn. Even after the Cataclysm created a whirlpool that splits the zone into two, it stands as a true jewel since the release of the game. Hemet Nessingwary's son still lurks around these parts, offering players a bounty for exterminating tigers, panthers, and raptors. To the south we have the Gurubashi Arena, a place where players meet up for bloody and brutal death matches to collect the treasure in the middle of the arena. But the one thing that steals the spotlight is the city of Booty Bay. Long sought to be destroyed by the blood-sailed buccaneers, Booty Bay has always stood out as the most profitable trading city for the goblins. Revelgaz has done a truly great job with defending it all those years, don't you think? Number 8. Elwynn Forest, also a neighbor with DUSKWOOD, it doesn't share any traits with it. Oh no, Elwynn Forest is the heart of the human kingdom, hosting its capital of Stormwind. Even though the land isn't imbued with magic, Elwynn stands on its own as one of the most beautiful grass-covered zones in World of Warcraft. Everyone that created a human character at least once will acknowledge that everything their eyes could see while leveling from 1 to 12 was pure beauty, and that sometimes they even got lost while exploring the gorgeous land. Do not take my word for granted though, the forest is filled with dangers such as murlocs, gnolls, wild animals, thieves, or even Hogger. But since Elwynn is so close to the capital city, the Alliance has done a great job in defending its residents and their land from any potential danger. Unfortunately, its neighbor, DUSKWOOD, wasn't so lucky to receive this kind of protection. The Cataclysm hasn't affected the land too much, except an orc intrusion in Northshire Abbey, but nothing that a level 1 human paladin can't handle. Number 7. Eversong Woods has historically been the home of the High Elves of Quel'Thalas and has contained the heart of their empire for millennia. Although the woods have seen their fair share of battle between the elves and their nearest neighbors, the forest trolls, the region has retained a harmonic and peaceful feel. Since the High Elves decided to continue to practice magic after the events of the Sundering, they have enchanted their land to be protected against the Burning Legion and anyone else who seeks the secrets of the elves and their empire. Unfortunately, the dead scar stands as living, or should I say dead proof that Arthas and his scourge succeeded in storming the woods, ruining Silvermoon City and resurrecting Kel'Thuzad at the Sunwell. Fortunately for their land has retained its magical beauty, unlike Ghostlands, for example. Number 6. The Jade Forest, simply put, the most awesome zone in the midst of Pandaria. The storyline, layout, and environment of this place is just brilliant. Blizzard has put all of its effort into making the Jade Forest the vanguard of what Pandaria had to offer in terms of beauty. As you venture through the forests of the jewel of Pandaran civilization and delight the denizens with your presence, you won't help but feel like even the Pandarans don't know much about their land. This isn't genuinely a bad thing, since it adds a mysterious feel to the zone. Its towering mountains and trees filled with pink blossoms carried by the wind through the air will at some point make you feel sorry for ravaging it in the name of the Horde / the Alliance. There are 3 landmarks that stand out in this zone. Tian Monastery, A place where balance, skill, and serenity matter a lot more than what race you are, as these Pandarians are willing to teach anyone that do not seek to immediately loot the place the ways of their people. The Arboretum is known throughout Pandaria for raising the honorable Cloud Serpents, and last but not least, the Temple of the Jade Serpent, housing the great and wise Yulon. Annually, the temple is visited by thousands of Pandarian pilgrims from all across Pandaria. Number 5. Dragonblight. Just as the name suggests, throughout the snowy plains and icy canyons are massive dragon bones scattered around. The Scourge are even trying to resurrect the mighty dragon Galakrond to aid them in destroying Azeroth. The Wyrmrest Temple is situated in the center of Dragonblight, the place where representatives from all the dragonflights discuss their plights. But that's not all there is to Dragonblight. It also hosts the ancient tomb of Naxxramas, the flying vessel used by Kel'Thuzad in order to turn every living being into an undead. Along the coast we can see ghosts of the Lordaeron army. These ghosts, once men, used to be part of Arthas' campaign in Northrend, until they were betrayed. And also, there is the kingdom of Azrol-Nerub, the shortcut that Arthas, together with Anub'arak, took to get to the Frozen Throne before Illidan. The Nerubians have since launched a revolt against their kin that still aid the Scourge, but unfortunately, they're too few in numbers to do any difference. Put all these things together into a snow-covered canyon and you get instant beauty. Number 4. Howling Fjord. Oh, the very first zone we encountered in Wrath of the Lich King. Of course, if you're a servant of the Dark Lady, that is. What a beauty, such a vibrant feeling, invading an alien world filled with Alliance scum and barbaric vricals. The sea waves splashing on our rocks, and at some point, when our camera was fully zoomed out, we almost reached for the screen hoping to experience this new zone in real life. With a strong reference to Nordic Europe, Howling Fjord shows off that it's beautiful and wild at the same time. At some point, everyone felt like it was whispering to your ears, Northrend is the most beautiful continent ever! Oh, and how right it was. The Forsaken made their base of operations here, and as they always do, enslaved the denizens and made them plague test subjects. Figures. But it is not the last we have seen of the barbaric Vricals. Unfortunately, we can't say the same for the awesome quest chain where you transform into a warg. The only reason why Borean Tundra may seem boring is because, simply put, there is Howling Fjord. Number 3. Crystalsong Forest. Crystalsong Forest. Crystalsong Forest. That name echoes in my ears and it makes me think about, well, about many things, or in this case, about very few things. Dalaran, for example, the floating city of the Kirin Tor, now home to the Alliance since the Kirin Tor swore allegiance to them. With very few things making us return to this beautiful zone, such as small daily quests at the Argent Tournament, or farming routes for herbalists, there's not much to be done here. And this zone, simply put, is untouched beauty, the definition of untouched beauty. The magic of this place had us glued to the screen more than a couple of times as we flew by, or flew into Dalaran. Blizzard should consider doing these kind of zones more often. They're really beneficial. Number 2. Sholazar Basin. You guys want to know why Sholazar Basin made it to second place? It has everything Ungoro Crater didn't. Beautiful music, a whole lot more titans, undead, mass extermination of the fauna, local tribes, Frenzy Heart and the Oracles, a big cascade in the middle of the zone, goblin exploitations of minerals. Don't get me wrong, it sure doesn't have dinosaurs like Ungoro, but the amount of effort put in this zone to make it beautiful can be recognized even before you dismount to land directly in the middle of the cascade to see if you would die. Rather than having a big volcano in the middle, Sholazar has numerous stoic pillars scattered throughout the grass-filled zone. Unfortunately, like always, we can't have beautiful, big, and titans in one sentence without the Twilight Hammer showing up to ruin everything. Putting that aside, Sholazar Basin has been the only zone in the game so far that made me search for a special macro to let me play its music, its unique music, everywhere I went in Azeroth. Very beautiful and astonishing for a Titan's playground. And last but not least, number 1. Does this zone ring a bell? I shouldn't even tell its name since everyone should already know it. What? You don't know it? I'm talking about Nagrand! Do I really have to go through all of its beautiful features? It has everything. Mountains, lakes, rivers, ogres, ethereal, orcs. And not your everyday orcs, it has uncorrupted orcs. Draenei, Hala, elementals, massive extermination again given to us by Hammett Nessingwari's team. May the light bless these guys for enabling us to slaughter innocent animals. Oshugun, the ring of blood, grass, cleft hoofs, mountable tall books, floating islands with water flowing out of them. This should be the standard blueprint for all the zones in World of Warcraft. This is how you put art in a game. This is World of Warcraft's most beautiful zone ever created. You guys agree with me? And now for a quick update. Right, so as you could have noticed, lately I haven't uploaded any videos, and I'm terribly sorry that this happened, but I have a pretty good reason for it happening. Basically what happened is my HDD burned to a crisp, and I lost all data on it, all recordings, everything. I was in the middle of actually doing this video, and I just lost everything. And when that happened, I was like, oh my goodness, oh shoot me in the face. And I had to wait 2 weeks for these fucktards to bring me a new one. And when I got one, which was like 4 days ago, 5 days ago, I immediately installed everything on it and started working on a new video. I owe it to you guys, so I did a superhuman effort. Well, I don't know, call it how you want. It was superhuman for me, and created this video in 2 days. And the work I lost on the other HDD was created in about 1 week, just slowly creating it each day. It was a lot hard. It was very hard. It was just, in one way it was bad for me losing all my data, everything I had on that computer. Well, on that hard disk, not computer. But in a way it was a good thing, because right now I'm very happy with this video. And to be honest, comparing these recordings, this video with the other one I had on my old HDD, this one is twice or 3 times much more better. And I'm actually really excited to start doing videos again. And as I've seen from my YouTube channel, that the Skyrim Legendary videos don't have so much popularity, and I managed to get the saves. I managed to save some work from the other computer, from the other hard disk. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying it's a computer. And I managed to save the Skyrim saves as well. But I will not be continuing my adventures in Skyrim on Legendary difficulty, because these videos, the Skyrim videos, are just my poorest ones yet, because they don't have a lot of views, likes either, shares, or whatever. It's just a waste of time, it seems. But I will continue. Actually, I don't know if I should abandon the World of Warcraft Iron Man challenge as well, since that was a lot more positively viewed than the Skyrim was when I started it. But of course, from now on, I will focus on videos you guys want me to make. Videos like guides for Diablo 3, new Blizzard news. I'm actually thinking about doing a Blizzard news podcast every week. World of Warcraft videos, and mainly Blizzard games. I just love Blizzard games, so Blizzard games. All the videos I'm gonna make are going to be about Blizzard games. About 80% of these videos will be about Blizzard games. I love Blizzard games. I'm sorry if I'm babbling right now, but I'm not reading text from a screen, and I sincerely like reading stuff from the screen because I can, re-record them if they are bad, and I wouldn't babble as much as I do right now, because I'm not a native English speaker. I've been told that my accent and my English is very fluent, but it might seem annoying to a native English speaker hearing me babbling about stuff and sometimes using words in a sentence and they don't fit or stuff like that. Anyway, I've been rambling for quite some time now. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I don't know how much time it passed. Anyway, thank you guys for appreciating my videos. Thank you guys for supporting me, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and just do whatever you want, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.